Hello everyone, it is McLeod and today I am playing Rush Duels! The new Go Rush World is here and with it came a plethora of new decks and archetypes to try, one of which is Heroes from the famous Yu-Gi-Oh show, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. We have some Elemental Heroes and we also have some new Rush exclusive Rising Heroes, like we didn't have enough hero archetypes already for us to play with, most of which released through the structure deck, and most of which are playable as is out of the box. So this is what pretty much a standard hero list is probably going to look like for the next couple of months. Unless in the end we get further support for this archetype, which, in my opinion, isn't the greatest at the moment, but it is pretty fun to play and to pull off. So, quick rundown of the cards. We of course have Avian and Burst in the Tricks, our two fusion materials for Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, one of the heroes of all time, which pretty much retains its effect from the TCG, which I think is really cool that this is just a straight up adaptation from a how old is this card? Like 18 years old at this stage. This card is old enough to vote, I think. Then we have the new Rising Heroes Tantalum, which acts as a secondary boss monster for this archetype. It can grow big, and if you do control a fusion warrior monster, you get to bounce something your opponent controls back to their hand, which I think is, well, pretty good. It's not the best form of removal out there, but it can facilitate some OTKs, so that's pretty cool too. We've got Rising Hero Agent, which has the potential to be very good, unless you're very unlucky like I am. It basically reads, you get to reveal a hero monster in your extra deck. It doesn't have to be a hero monster, but that's mostly what you're going to be revealing. And then you get to add a normal monster that's one of its material, if it's on the top 4 cards of your deck. It's like basically a part of Extrav, right, for this archetype, which has the potential to being really good. And then, you know, we got generic warrior support. We got Shoitsu? No, that's not what it's called. We got this guy, the Talismanic Warrior, which can bring back an Avian, but it can also bring back Rising Hero Agent, which is actually pretty good. We got the Ether Seeker, which I was debating including the both halves of the Ether F Striker materials in this deck, but I'm not too convinced it's good. There's another warrior, I think it's this one, yes. Crescent Mood Soul Master, which does require, no, that's not what I wanted to click, which does require Hero of the Yeast and Mahasaki the Legendary Samurai as materials, which, I mean, you could reasonably make. I'm not sure if it's worth going for those as materials. I don't know. It's worth experimenting with, but I don't want to. We also got Piercing Samurai, which is a pretty neat way of getting rid of some problematic monsters that you put in defense position thanks to Siesta Torero, who is also a warrior type monster. We also have the legend, the warrior returning alive, which is just warrior support. It just gets to retrieve pretty much anything from the graveyard. Avian Spell Tactics is basically the archetypal back row removal for warriors, I think. I think maybe they have a better one, but it's pretty good cards. Also playing Ghost Cyclone because it's a straight up +1. And of course, we're playing Fusion and Talismanic Seal Ray because this is literally what the deck is about. And this is literally how we get over some larger threats, because Flame Wingman's measly 2100 attacks sometimes isn't enough to clear out some bigger monsters. And then, you know, Negate Attack and Buffet Climb are still like some of the best back row cards in this format, so you have to play them. All in all, this deck feels kind of underwhelming at the moment. The Rush ladder is full of Cyber Dragon players, and you're not getting over their basic threats with Flame Wingman on its own. You need a Talismanic Seal Ray or Siesta Torero to do so, which is why we're playing Tantalum, which I think there's that top 1 tournament so far, and the list wasn't even playing Tantalum, which I don't know if this is a good idea, actually. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're just gonna have to wait and see. And until then, here's a replay for you to enjoy. So, like I said previously, this is going to be against Cyber Dragon, because Cyber Dragon is pretty much the only thing on the Rush ladder at the moment. I don't know if you knew that. That's not surprising. Anyway, we've opened a pretty decent hand with the Ghost Cyclone coming in handy, and one half of our fusion materials open is going to set 3 pass, which is a pretty good sign for us. We're going to Ghost Cyclone together with the back row, draw a second Piercing Samurai's Rising Hero Agent is going to reveal a Flying Wingman and get us absolutely nothing whatsoever. This is a clutch. This is kind of disappointing, and we're gonna double Piercing Samurai, mailing in Avian and a Tarzbing Tire to get over their defense position monsters and get in a little bit of damage while we can. We've already reduced our opponent's life by half, which is pretty good, but they're playing Cyber Dragons, and we have a bunch of weak monsters in attack position. They're gonna normal and Tribute Pro Cyber Dragon for Cyber Assault Dragon, boost it, add a fusion to their hand, which they are then going to normal summon a Notable Beast Flake Wolf, set 2 cards, and attack our Rising Hero Agent, and a Piercing Samurai, in order to try and deny us some advantage. Fortunately, I did draw the Shitotsu, whatever, yeah, that's what it's called, Shitotsu Talismanic Warrior. I get to return the Siesta Torero and try the Rising Hero Agent once again to no success again. I'm going to activate Avian Spell Tactic, returning Piercing Samurai to the top of my deck. Normal the Tantalum, mill the Piercing Samurai that I just returned, and attack the Cyber Assault Dragon. I now have a monster bigger than what they can produce, but they can still easily get over it because this is what this deck does. They're going to activate the skill once again, get a Proto Cyber Dragon back from their graveyard, I think it was. They're going to normal summon it, tribute both of them for Ancient Gear Golem, and this is going to hurt. This is going to be really painful, because Ancient Gear Golem is probably the new best legend in town and disables the activation of trap cards during an attack. Pretty much what it does in the TCG. Except in the TCG Assault Deck scale of quick plays, which we don't have here. Fortunately, I drew really well. I get to normal summon Beatrice, get to normal summon Avian, get to set the Warrior returning an herb, get to summon another Avian, activate the skill, get a green of 1 Avian to get a Poly and reduce the Ancient Gear Golem's attack. Then I am going to fusion summon using both monsters on my field to get the Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, then activate Talismanic Seal Array, returning 4 cards from my graveyard to the deck to reduce the Ancient Gear Golem's attack, get over it, deal a whopping 1300 attack, and then burn for 3000, just like in the first episode of GX. Wow, that was a really cool anime finish that I get to do. I think that's really amazing. I'm really glad that this happened. So that's the deck. I think it's okay, it's an okay deck. It hasn't reached its full potential yet. It's going to do so when more hero, monsters, and support are going to be introduced progressively over the course of the next couple of months. And it's pretty fun to pull off the Flame Wingman plus Talismanic Sire or Siesta Torero combo to get rid of some big annoying monsters out there. But this deck feels like it's still missing something to be really competitive in face of what all the decks and archetypes can produce in Rush Duels, owing mostly to the fact that Flame Wingman is kind of weak in terms of raw stats, but it's still pretty fun to pull off, and certainly if you've bought 3 copies of the Hero Structure deck, which you can do so without having to spend a dime, which I really appreciate, you can try and pull off this deck with some generic support cards that you have. I think this is a free-to-play card. I could be mistaken on that. Yes, it is a free-to-play card. Probably recommended that you do try to play this. Maybe this, but this is not a free-to-play card. This is a box card, right? Oh, it's in the structure deck. Never mind, you can definitely play Piercing Samurai then. Is Siesta Torero? No, because I only have 2. I would have had 5 if it were. So yeah. All in all, pretty fun deck. Not the most competitive out there. Probably not the most competitive in a field full of Cyber Dragons, but that's the way it do be. That's the way it is. What do you think about this deck, though? Am I missing something that makes this deck secretly good? Should I be playing the Crescent Moon Swordmaster or the other half, other half of Ever F Striker? That's what I meant to say. Oh, this guy turns into the bike. Oh, this guy becomes the bike. This is a Transformer. Oh, that's great. I went and saw Transformers 1 yesterday. It was a really good movie. Really enjoyed it. I'm a huge Transformers fan. It was like the perfect entry-level Transformer media for people to watch and enjoy. So if you have friends don't know about Transformers, go watch this movie with them. It's going to be really fun. Should I be playing these? Let me know in the comments of this video what you think about this and Hero in general, because this is still a Hero deck first and foremost. Thank you all for watching. Thank you in particular to Dingo, Stoudis Boy Zero, Zinnia, Jimmy and Yannick for their donations on Coffee. And I will see you soon with another Rush Duel deck. Take care everyone, and goodbye.